Welcome to another in-depth episode on Soulmate Sessions, your trusted channel for relationship, dating, and intimacy advice. Today's video is all about revealing the 4 subtle yet powerful things women truly desire from you. Things they rarely, if ever, voice aloud. In this session, we'll explore practical tips, the underlying psychology, and actionable strategies that will not only help you become a more attentive partner, but also elevate your dating game to a whole new level. Before we jump in, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to those who are new here. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the Soulmate Sessions channel, hit the like button, and share this video with friends and family who might benefit from these insights. Your support is invaluable, and together we can build a strong, united community focused on authentic, meaningful connections. Now let's explore why women, complex, evolving, and beautifully unique beings, often do not communicate their desires explicitly. In our everyday interactions, subtle cues and unspoken signals guide behavior more than direct statements ever could. As we progress through life, both our needs and our expectations change. Women, just like every other human being, are constantly evolving. This evolution means that what they need from a partner can be different from what they needed yesterday. Today, I will share 4 essential things that women secretly want you to do. Actions that will enhance your connection and make your presence irresistible. Understanding the unspoken needs. Women are sometimes described as mysterious, and while that might sound cliché, there is truth in it. Many times, even women themselves struggle to articulate what they truly desire in a romantic or social setting. Their needs are often communicated through subtle cues, body language, and behavior rather than overt words. To become a more effective partner, you must learn to observe these cues and respond appropriately. Every woman is unique, so it is important not to assume that one technique will work universally. Instead, think of these 4 things as guidelines. By mastering them, you demonstrate sensitivity, attentiveness, and a willingness to go beyond surface-level interactions. This approach not only makes your partner feel valued and understood, but also boosts your own confidence as you learn to navigate the intricate dynamics of romantic engagement. 1. Do not expect her to initiate. Take the lead. The first essential point is that you should never assume a woman will explicitly tell you to approach her. Even if she is secretly hoping you will come over, chances are she will not articulate that desire directly. Women often rely on non-verbal signals to indicate their interest, and it is up to you to pick up on these subtle cues. When you encounter a woman in a social setting, whether at a party, a bar, or even a more relaxed event, observe her body language. Does she make eye contact? Does she smile or lean in when you are nearby? These are indications that she might be interested. However, she will rarely, if ever, say, "Please come talk to me right now." Instead, she may simply give you a fleeting look or a subtle nod, expecting you to interpret the signal correctly. It's essential, then, to be proactive. Approach her with confidence and a calm demeanor, adopting an attitude of, "I'm just here to say hello." If your initial approach isn't well received, don't be discouraged. There could be many reasons behind her reaction. She might be having a bad day or simply not be in the mood at that moment. Importantly, her reaction is not necessarily a judgment on your attractiveness. Rather, it's a sign to keep honing your skills and to be mindful of the timing and context of your approach. Take time to reflect on your past interactions and remind yourself of moments when your presence was well received. Confidence, after all, stems from recognizing your own worth. As you prepare to approach, focus on positive memories, instances when your charm, wit, or kindness made a genuine impression. When you are in a positive mindset, it naturally radiates, making you even more appealing. Before leaving your home to attend an event, ensure you're mentally prepared. Engage in light conversations with friends, warm up your social skills, and allow yourself to get into the flow of social interaction. This warm-up phase will ease any potential awkwardness when you finally approach her. Remember, even if she doesn't immediately reciprocate your interest, a bold yet respectful approach leaves a lasting impression. 2. Don't expect her to dictate how to approach. The second point to keep in mind is that you should never rely on a woman to tell you exactly how to approach her. While it might seem convenient if she spelled out her desires, the reality is that most women expect you to be observant and proactive. Before approaching, consider the environment and the context. If you're in a crowded venue, the dynamics will differ from those in a quiet, intimate setting. Observe her overall demeanor. Does she seem engaged with her surroundings, or is she focused on something else? When you decide to approach, be aware of these factors and adjust your strategy accordingly. An effective way to start is by grounding yourself in self-confidence. Remind yourself of your positive attributes, your sense of humor, your kindness, your charm. Think about past successes and positive feedback you've received. This internal reinforcement is crucial. When you're confident, you're more likely to notice the subtle cues she gives and respond appropriately. Furthermore, be prepared to adapt on the fly. You might have a plan, but every interaction is unique. As you approach her, remain open and curious about how the conversation might evolve. Instead of rigidly sticking to a preconceived script, allow the conversation to flow naturally. This flexibility not only shows that you are genuinely interested in her as a person, but also helps prevent awkward silences or miscommunications. As you engage in conversation, always keep your tone light and friendly. It's essential not to overwhelm her with heavy topics or come on too strong. Instead, focus on creating a comfortable and inviting atmosphere. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about herself. For instance, instead of asking a simple, "How was your day?" you could say, "I had a hectic day. What's something interesting that happened to you today?" This kind of question invites a deeper conversation and signals that you're interested in more than just surface-level chatter. 3. Read her cues and adjust accordingly. The third crucial element in successful flirting is the ability to read her cues accurately. Nonverbal signals are often more powerful than words, and they can provide insight into whether she's interested or not. Pay close attention to her body language, tone, and eye contact. For instance, if she frequently glances at her phone, avoids eye contact, or gives short, curt responses, these might be indications that she's not fully engaged in the conversation. Conversely, if she smiles, maintains eye contact, and leans in when you speak, these are positive signs that she is interested. An important skill for any successful flirt is knowing when to continue the conversation and when to gracefully bow out. If you notice signs of disinterest, it's important not to push further. Instead, take it as feedback, thank her for her time, and move on with your head held high. Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an opportunity to learn and improve your approach. On the other hand, if her cues are positive, such as laughing at your jokes, engaging in deeper conversation, or even asking you questions in return, then you are on the right track. In these moments, continue the conversation with enthusiasm, but always keep it respectful and genuine. Flattery, if done sincerely, can be effective. However, avoid overdoing it, as excessive compliments might seem insincere or desperate. 4. The subtle art of exchanging numbers. Finally, one of the most challenging aspects of early-stage flirting is figuring out how to move from the conversation to making a more personal connection, such as exchanging phone numbers. Many men mistakenly expect the woman to volunteer her number. However, in most cases, if she is interested, she will appreciate a gentleman who takes the initiative. The best approach is to be confident and straightforward. If the conversation has been enjoyable and the chemistry is palpable, offer your number first. This not only demonstrates confidence, but also removes the awkward expectation from her. A simple, "I've really enjoyed talking to you. Would you like to continue this conversation over text sometime?" can be incredibly effective. If she is hesitant, respect her space and let her know that there's no pressure. Remember, it's important to gauge the situation carefully. In some cases, even if she doesn't offer her number, her body language may indicate interest. Trust your instincts. If you feel that she would appreciate a gentle initiative, then giving her your number can be a bold yet respectful move. Let's now integrate these 4 core points into a cohesive strategy that you can apply in your daily interactions. First, always remember that every interaction is unique. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, and the key to success is adaptability and genuine interest in the other person. Start with your mindset. Begin each interaction by reminding yourself of your positive attributes. Reflect on times when you've successfully connected with someone and use that memory to bolster your confidence. Your inner confidence will shine through, making it easier to pick up on subtle cues and adjust your approach accordingly. When you approach a woman, be conscious of your body language. Maintain an open, relaxed posture, smile naturally, and make gentle eye contact. These signals communicate warmth and approachability. As you engage in conversation, be mindful of the flow. Ask open-ended questions that invite her to share her thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This not only makes the conversation more engaging, but also helps establish a connection that goes beyond superficial small talk. Pay careful attention to her responses, both verbal and nonverbal. Notice the pace of her speech, the tone of her voice, and the expressions on her face. Is she leaning in closer when you speak? Does she laugh at your jokes, even the subtle ones? All these cues are essential to determining whether you should continue pursuing the conversation or gracefully bow out if the chemistry isn't there. Additionally, never assume that a lack of verbal affirmation means disinterest. Women often communicate their thoughts and desires through subtle actions and body language. It may be that she is interested but prefers to express herself non-verbally. In such cases, let your intuition guide you. If you sense a spark of interest, even if she hasn't explicitly asked for it, consider taking the initiative to offer your number. Remember, being proactive is a hallmark of a confident and respectful partner. Practical scenarios, real-life applications. To better illustrate these concepts, let's consider a few real-life scenarios where these techniques might come into play. Scenario 1, the social gathering. Imagine you're at a social event, a party, a networking event, or a casual get-together. You spot a woman who catches your eye. She's engaged in conversation with a small group, laughing and sharing stories. As you approach her, you observe that she glances your way occasionally, her body language open and inviting. In this scenario, it's crucial to approach with confidence, but without being overly aggressive. Begin by entering the conversation with a friendly greeting. Make eye contact and smile genuinely. When the moment feels right, gently introduce yourself and compliment something specific, perhaps her laugh or her energy. As the conversation unfolds, pay attention to her cues. If she leans in, responds with enthusiasm, and asks you questions in return, it's a positive sign. If the conversation flows naturally, consider ending with a statement like, "I've really enjoyed talking to you. Would you be open to continuing this conversation over text?" This scenario exemplifies how subtle cues, combined with confident initiative, can lead to a deeper connection. Scenario 2, the quiet cafe. Another situation might be a quiet cafe, where you notice a woman reading a book or working on her laptop. She appears relaxed and engrossed in her own world. In such an environment, the approach must be even more delicate. Begin by choosing a moment when she is not deeply immersed in her work. A simple nod, a friendly smile, or a polite greeting can serve as an icebreaker. If she responds positively, engage her in light conversation, perhaps commenting on the book she's reading or the ambiance of the cafe. As the dialogue unfolds, gauge her interest by observing her reactions. Does she maintain eye contact? Does she engage with you with thoughtful answers? If all signals are positive, you might say, "I'd love to continue this conversation sometime. Can I give you my number?" In this setting, a gentle and respectful approach is key to establishing a genuine connection without coming across as intrusive. Scenario 3, the dance floor. At a more dynamic setting, such as a dance floor at a club, the signals might be more energetic and less verbal. A woman might use her body language through dance, eye contact, or subtle touches to indicate her interest. In this scenario, it's important to be aware of the social context. Start by dancing near her and establishing a nonverbal connection through shared movement and eye contact. If she smiles and seems to enjoy your presence, approach her when there is a natural break in the music. Initiate a conversation with a compliment that's genuine and respectful. As the evening progresses, if you sense that the interaction is going well, offer your number in a manner that is casual yet confident. Each of these scenarios illustrates how the principles of reading cues, maintaining confidence, and being proactive with subtlety can be applied in various social contexts, overcoming challenges and learning from experience. While the tips and scenarios mentioned above provide a solid foundation, it's important to acknowledge that not every interaction will go perfectly. Rejection, miscommunication, and awkward moments are part of the learning process. However, every experience is an opportunity for growth. If you face rejection or if a conversation doesn't go as planned, remember that it's not a reflection of your worth. Instead, view it as feedback. Consider what signals you might have missed or how you could adjust your approach next time. Over time, with practice and self-reflection, your ability to read subtle cues and adapt your approach will improve. Embrace the learning process with a positive mindset. Ask for feedback from trusted friends, and if appropriate, from partners who can offer constructive insights. Reflect on your interactions and don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Every step you take toward understanding these unspoken cues brings you closer to becoming a confident, respectful, and successful partner. Maintaining respect and boundaries. An essential component of successful flirting is understanding and respecting boundaries. While it's important to be proactive and confident, it's equally important to recognize when to pull back. Not every interaction will lead to a deeper connection, and that's perfectly fine. If you notice that she is not responding positively, perhaps she is checking her phone, giving short responses, or simply not engaging with you, don't force the conversation. Respect her space and gracefully exit the interaction with dignity. This not only protects your self-respect, but also ensures that you're not inadvertently pressuring her into an uncomfortable situation. Similarly, if you are engaging in conversation and she expresses hesitation or reluctance, adjust your approach. It's crucial to always be mindful of her comfort and boundaries. A respectful approach not only reflects well on you, but also leaves a lasting impression of maturity and sensitivity. Additional strategies for effective flirting. In addition to the core tips mentioned above, here are some further strategies that can enhance your flirting game. Develop your own style. Every individual has a unique personality, and your flirting style should reflect who you are. Experiment with different approaches until you find one that feels natural and effective for you. Whether it's using humor, charm, or a blend of both, authenticity is key. When you are true to yourself, your confidence will shine through, making your interactions more genuine and appealing. Embrace vulnerability. While it may seem counterintuitive, being open and slightly vulnerable can actually be very attractive. Sharing a personal story, a lighthearted joke, or even admitting that you're a bit nervous can create a deeper connection. Vulnerability shows that you are human and relatable, which can encourage her to open up as well. Cultivate active listening. Flirting isn't just about talking, it's equally about listening. When you give her your full attention and engage with what she's saying, it demonstrates genuine interest. Active listening can reveal subtle cues about her mood and preferences, allowing you to tailor your approach accordingly. This attentiveness builds trust and creates a more meaningful interaction. Positive reinforcement. When the conversation goes well, offer positive reinforcement. Compliment her on her insights, her smile, or her sense of humor. Make sure your compliments are sincere and specific, as generic praise can sometimes come off as insincere. Positive reinforcement not only boosts her confidence, but also encourages her to continue engaging with you. Humor and lightheartedness. Humor is a powerful tool in flirting. A well-timed joke or playful banter can break the ice and create a fun, relaxed atmosphere. However, it's important to be mindful of the context and avoid humor that might be misinterpreted or offensive. A lighthearted approach can help ease any initial tension and pave the way for a more natural and enjoyable conversation. Bringing it all together. Let's summarize the key points for successful flirting over text. Approach with confidence. Trust your instincts and be proactive. Use positive self-talk and recall past successes to build your confidence. Be observant. Read her subtle cues, both verbal and nonverbal. Adjust your approach based on her responses and signals. Communicate clearly. Use open-ended questions to encourage her to share more. Maintain a balance between expressing your interest and giving her space. Take initiative with numbers. Either ask for her number confidently or offer yours as a gesture of interest. Understand that a woman rarely gives her number unsolicited, it's up to you to take the lead. Embrace the learning process, accept that not every interaction will be perfect. Learn from every experience and continuously refine your approach. Maintain respect and boundaries. Always be mindful of her comfort and signals. Respect her decision if she appears disinterested, and gracefully withdraw if necessary. By incorporating these principles, you'll not only become a more effective communicator, but also develop a deeper understanding of what women truly desire. These techniques are not about manipulation. They are about fostering genuine connections and building mutual respect. When you approach each interaction with sincerity and care, you create an environment where both parties feel valued and understood. Real-world applications. Let's consider how these strategies might play out in real-life situations. At a social event. Imagine you're at a friend's party, and you notice a woman who seems engaged with the group, yet occasionally glances in your direction. Rather than waiting passively, you decide to approach her with a warm smile and a friendly greeting. As you join the conversation, you maintain eye contact and use subtle compliments to express genuine interest. When the conversation flows naturally, you seize the opportunity to exchange numbers. If she responds positively, that's a clear sign that your approach was well received. If not, you gracefully exit the conversation and remember that each interaction is a learning experience. In a casual setting, consider a scenario at a coffee shop where you're seated near a woman who appears relaxed and engrossed in her book. You catch her eye a few times, and her body language suggests she might be open to conversation. You decide to approach her by asking a light, open-ended question about the book she's reading. The conversation starts off slow, and you carefully observe her responses. You keep your remarks positive and engaging, ensuring that she feels comfortable and valued. As the interaction progresses, you confidently offer your number, demonstrating that you're both interested and respectful of her space. During a networking events can be an ideal setting for practicing your flirting skills, especially when the atmosphere is more professional and relaxed. Suppose you're at a conference, and you notice someone whose energy and intellect catch your attention. You approach her with a respectful introduction, complimenting her on her insights or the way she presents her ideas. Throughout the conversation, you focus on active listening and thoughtful questions that encourage her to share more about herself. By the end of the event, if the conversation has been engaging, you suggest continuing the discussion over coffee or exchanging contact information, thereby transitioning from a professional setting to a more personal one. These examples illustrate that successful flirting is all about balance, balancing confidence with respect, initiative with patience, and spoken words with attentive silence. Each interaction is unique, and the more you practice, the more naturally these skills will come to you. The role of self-improvement in flirting. An important aspect of becoming a better communicator is self-improvement. Work on building your self-confidence by engaging in activities that make you feel good about yourself. Exercise, pursue hobbies, and invest time in personal development. When you feel confident and secure in who you are, it naturally reflects in your interactions with others. Self-improvement also involves reflecting on past experiences and learning from them. Perhaps you've had moments in the past where you felt rejected or misunderstood. Instead of letting these experiences discourage you, view them as valuable lessons that inform your future approach. A mature, self-aware man is always willing to learn and adapt, and that willingness is incredibly attractive. Handling rejection with grace. Rejection is an inevitable part of the dating landscape, and it's crucial to handle it with maturity and grace. Not every interaction will lead to a deep connection, and that's perfectly fine. If a woman does not reciprocate your interest, do not take it as a personal failure. Instead, thank her for her time, maintain your dignity, and move on with your head held high. Each experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to your growth as a communicator and a partner. The power of a positive mindset. Throughout your interactions, maintaining a positive mindset is paramount. Positivity not only influences your own state of mind, but also affects how others perceive you. When you exude positivity, you create an environment that is welcoming and energizing. This, in turn, encourages encourages others to engage with you more openly. Embrace each conversation as an opportunity to learn more about yourself and the person in front of you. Whether the outcome is favorable or not, every interaction holds lessons that can help you refine your approach and build stronger connections in the future. Leveraging technology in modern dating. In today's digital age, many interactions begin online. Texting and social media have become essential tools for establishing initial contact and building rapport. The principles of in-person flirting remain the same, but the medium requires slight adaptations. When texting, for instance, keep your messages concise, positive, and engaging. Use emojis sparingly to add emotional nuance without overwhelming your words. Imagine you've had a great conversation at a social event and now you want to continue the connection over text. The same principles apply. Be respectful, express genuine interest, and ask open-ended questions that invite her to share more about herself. Over time, as the connection deepens, transitioning from text to in-person meetings becomes more natural. Your ability to communicate effectively across different mediums is a reflection of your overall interpersonal skills and contributes significantly to your success in modern dating. Overcoming shyness and building confidence. Many men struggle with shyness or performance anxiety when it comes to initiating conversations with women. If you're one of them, know that you're not alone. Shyness is a common challenge, but it's one that can be overcome with practice and the right mindset. Here are some strategies to help you build confidence. Practice makes perfect. Engage in small social interactions every day. Whether it's striking up a conversation with a coworker or simply saying hello to someone new, each interaction is a step toward greater confidence. Visualize success. Before approaching someone, take a moment to visualize a positive outcome. Imagine the conversation flowing naturally and both of you sharing a genuine connection. Visualization can help reduce anxiety and increase your chances of success. Learn from experience. Every interaction is a learning opportunity. Reflect on your successes and your missteps. Over time, you'll become more adept at reading cues and adjusting your approach. Seek feedback. Don't be afraid to ask trusted friends for constructive feedback. They can offer valuable insights into your body language, tone, and overall approach, helping you refine your techniques. Integrating all elements for a seamless experience. At its core, successful flirting is about integration, melding your confidence, communication skills, and understanding of subtle cues into a seamless interaction. When you approach a woman, you're not simply following a set of rules. You're creating a dynamic exchange that involves both your verbal and non-verbal communication. Imagine a scenario where you've just met someone intriguing at a social event. You start by engaging her with a warm smile and a friendly greeting. As you converse, you notice her positive responses, an occasional laugh, a tilt of her head, and sustained eye contact. At this moment, you decide to take the initiative by offering your number, trusting that your genuine approach has made a positive impression. It is important to recognize that flirting is just one aspect of building meaningful relationships. True connection comes from a holistic approach that combines effective communication, mutual respect, and shared experiences. The principles of successful flirting extend into other areas of your interactions, whether you are establishing a friendship, pursuing a romantic relationship, or simply engaging in casual conversation. Throughout the interaction, you remain attentive to every cue. If she seems distracted or uninterested, you gracefully adjust the conversation or respectfully withdraw. On the other hand, if she responds enthusiastically, you build on that momentum by asking thoughtful, open-ended questions and sharing personal anecdotes that further the connection. This dynamic, responsive approach is what truly sets apart a great flirter from someone who simply follows a script. By focusing on these subtle cues and being proactive in your approach, you not only improve your flirting skills, but also develop a deeper understanding of how to connect with others on a more profound level. This understanding is crucial in today's fast-paced world, where authentic, meaningful relationships are more valuable than ever. In summary, let's summarize the key points from today's video on 4 things women secretly want you to do, but will never tell you. Take the initiative. Women rarely verbalize their desire for you to approach them. so be proactive in your interactions. Observe her body language and seize the moment when the signals are positive. Remember, a confident approach can leave a lasting impression, even if she isn't immediately responsive. Do not expect explicit instructions. Understand that women generally do not instruct you on how to approach them. Instead, they rely on subtle cues that you must learn to read. Prepare yourself mentally, reflect on your past successes, and trust your instincts. Confidence is your best asset here, and being genuine goes a long way in building a connection. Be attentive to nonverbal cues. Pay close attention to her body language. Her eye contact, facial expressions, and overall engagement in the conversation are invaluable indicators of her interest. If she seems distracted or disinterested, it may be time to gracefully withdraw. Conversely, if she is responsive and engaged, continue the conversation and gradually escalate by suggesting exchanging contact information. Exchanging numbers. Finally, when the conversation has flowed naturally and you sense mutual interest, take the initiative by offering your number. This proactive gesture not only demonstrates your confidence, but also removes any awkwardness about who should make the next move. In many cases, a woman may be too shy or polite to ask for your number. So by giving hers or asking for hers, you pave the way for future interactions. Real-life application and final thoughts. Let's consider how you might implement these strategies in everyday situations. Imagine you're at a social gathering and you spot someone who catches your eye. Instead of waiting for her to signal you verbally, take a moment to observe her body language. If she smiles, glances in your direction, and seems open to conversation, seize the opportunity with a friendly greeting. Engage her in light conversation. Ask about her interests, share a humorous anecdote, or comment on the event around you. If the conversation flows well, gradually transition into deeper topics. Maintain a positive, relaxed demeanor throughout, and be sure to share your own experiences and interests. When it comes time to exchange numbers, be confident and direct. Whether you choose to ask for her number or offer yours, do so in a way that feels natural and respectful. Remember, every interaction is a learning opportunity. Even if an approach doesn't lead to a connection, it still provides valuable feedback. Reflect on the experience, consider what went well and what could be improved, and use that knowledge to refine your future interactions. Over time, you will find that your ability to read subtle cues and engage confidently will improve significantly. It's also essential to maintain a balanced perspective. Not every conversation will lead to romance, and that's perfectly okay. What matters most is that you approach each interaction with authenticity, respect, and a genuine desire to connect. When you embrace these principles, you not only enhance your own confidence, but also contribute to building a culture of mutual respect and understanding in your social interactions. So finally, thank you for joining me on this journey through the subtle art of flirting. I hope the tips shared today have provided you with actionable insights and inspired you to approach your next interaction with confidence and clarity. At Soulmate Sessions, we believe that every encounter is an opportunity to grow, learn, and build stronger relationships. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your feedback and support mean the world to me and help me continue to create content that empowers you to build deeper connections. Share your own experiences in the comments below. What techniques have worked for you, and how have you navigated these subtle cues? Let's create a conversation that not only improves our skills, but also fosters a community of respectful, confident individuals. Remember, the art of flirting isn't about manipulation or games. It's about genuine connection and mutual respect. By paying attention to subtle cues, trusting your instincts, and remaining open to learning, you'll naturally attract the kind of relationships that are built on authenticity and understanding. So go out there, be confident, and remember that every interaction is a stepping stone towards becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you once again for watching this video on Soulmate Sessions. I look forward to hearing your thoughts and experiences in the comments, and I can't wait to share more insights with you in our next video. Until next time, stay confident, stay respectful, and keep building those meaningful connections. See you in the next video.